War is kind of annoying sometimes, but well, actually, in real world, it's always annoying because people are dying. But
It's kind of more than slightly annoying, unless it's like
unless it's
the war and Christmas. That's when it's annoying.
or that war from that anime, just like that. What was it? Dog Wars, something. Basically,
Storage Wars.
No, never again. Basically, just like in that war, it was almost like a game, but it was like war tactics and everything. But anybody who got like hurt past a certain point would revert to like an animal core, because they're all like animal people.
Oh,
I've
never seen this before.
Yeah, because you were man or woman in this case,
like in any Metal Slug.
Enough to get to this point.
But basically, I was gonna say that war that Australians lost against Emu. You know about that?
What?
They waged war on an animal and lost.
Okay.
Like something like the details are the animal was overpopulating, and they waged war on it and lost. So that's Australia. That's the other country. Even though, well, this what we're saying about the whole hot takes really only makes sense within the context of Mario Kart. So go and watch that.
So now I guess I have to put Mario Kart first.
Well, no, you don't have to.
Yeah, but then at this point it's like Mario Kart. So what's that? And then it's like, what Mario Kart are you talking about?
And then that's just tough.
Why do you like making things hard for other people?
Because I like Heart Gold and Soul Silver. And so I enjoy things that are harder if it means greater immersion.
I'm going to keep my mouth shut because that will be a conversation we have later.
Yeah. Plus, I can be as cheeky as I want because I know everyone likes Heart Gold and Soul Silver.
And I hate that that's your advantage, but I will prevail. Eventually, somehow, in some way.
I mean, if in the future everyone realizes they don't like it, that'd be heartbreaking.
Yeah, and soul shattering.
Oh, that's fantastic. The thing is, because I think X and Y, people's opinions on X and Y change.
Of course it changed. They changed like really quickly after people realized, oh crap, what the heck were we thinking?
And I am not sure if people's opinions also changed on Sun and Moon.
No,
I'm not sure if it was completely mixed at the beginning or if it was.
A lot of people loved it at the beginning, and then it became slightly more mixed.
Yeah, because I know that Sun and Moon was the only Pokemon game that I liked. The more time passed, the more I realized I didn't like it that much. And I'll just end right there because we should be saving our topics for
future discussions.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the final level.
Why don't we ever just discuss stuff? Well, because these things need their own videos.
Yeah.
You don't want to bury an interesting session in the middle of Metal Slug. That's why I make a note to never be interesting.
I was going to say don't you mean never be interested? Wait, no, that's actually correct. Either way.
So now this is Sky Chase.
It was Sky. You can actually carry the plane like really far if you're good at it.
Yeah, I saw you going into it. It's like, wow.
Yeah, but I grew up. So there's a huge upper path if you go up with the plane, with a whole bunch of like cards and prisoners and such. I think.
So you have to be so good to 100% this game.
Yeah, pretty much. Gerard, get on it.
I mean, that seems par for the course for Metal Slug, I guess.
Yeah, but I've been on the point where it's on the point where, especially, I'm sure after constant like replays, because I won't say this is my first time playing the game, but it's my first time getting past level 1. So
I want to say that looking at it now, while I'm playing, the gun seems fine, but looking at those beady lemons, I'm like, oh wow, those look so tiny. And you keep making that thing respawn.
Yeah, I realize. Sometimes it doesn't, and sometimes it does, so I keep banking like, okay, maybe this time it'll disappear. Nope. It's a little thing inconsistent with the game of how enemies respawn.
And then you go back to, oh dear,
Yep.
you're now stuck between a rock and a hard place.
Basically me playing Fire Emblem Sacred Stones, where I accidentally saved near the final boss area, but I was not ready for the final boss. So I went back and was like, okay, there's a town over there. Just need to go back, get some more items and heal up. But then a huge field encounter like goes between me and the town. But it's in a map that I really don't understand well, so I can't go back. I can't get through that without someone dying. But I need those people for the final boss, and so I couldn't complete the game.
That's amazing. In Final Fantasy Tactics 8 with Grimoire of the Rift, if you can't go to individual places in a region, you can just press back and just go across regions and skip the entire map completely. So you never really get stuck.
Yeah, and you never really stop playing.
That's true, I agree. Basically, it's what I like.
Question, did you ever finish Luminous Arc like I told you to?
I haven't played. I got to the Witch of the Forest or something,
Yes.
and that's when I stopped.
Why did you stop?
I don't remember, it's been years.
Yeah, that's why.
These guys are awesome. I mean, they're falling with rocket launcher parachutes. But, yeah. Similarly to Final Fantasy Tactics and Fire Emblem, sometimes you're stuck in between a rock and a hard place in Mario. And if Mario games have an overworld, and you're surrounded by multiple Hammer Bros.
But still, those are doable. This is a Tactics Sacred Stones thing where it's like death was permanent. And as I said, just like I learned that the hard way because I was so good at it at the beginning, and I didn't use any sacrificial things that I usually use in RPGs because I played Sky and everything. But after that point,
so
just
you
like
made it just in time to the new area.
yeah. But after that, just like where there was I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I'm gonna say it again.
Oh, you've definitely told me.
There was basically like a guy named Ross. He was trying to prove to his father that he could fight in the army and help, and his dad was like, "No, it's too dangerous. You'll die." And then he's just like, "Okay, I know the possibilities there, but now I know that your guys are capable of protecting him." And then literally the next match later, I'm just like, "Oh man, this map's kind of hard." I know. I'll send Ross in, and then he'll draw their fire. And then I'll go over this side, flank him, and then everything's gonna be fine. And then Ross died, I'm like, okay, cool. And then I flanked them and I won. And then the next match, I'm like, alright. I heard that if you level up Ross, it's actually, because I saved. It's like, okay, I heard if you level up Ross, he's actually not that bad. Where is he? It was such a, I first thought that my game, like, glitched the first time, because I never heard of the permanent. Well, it's not a maze because if you keep going right, you'll eventually hit your destination. But the paths that I don't take, because somehow I've managed to miss every single path that has the extra stuff. Like, I was not doing this on purpose, but I somehow missed every other path that had stuff. But the paths that you take will eventually lead you to the end.
But yeah,
because there are prisoners and stuff all around this place, but I just keep missing them.
Basically, there's something similar. Well, actually, I'm not sure. If you have a judge in Final Fantasy Tactics, you can't die. But if you lose your judge, you can die. So I'm not sure if there is permadeath in the game because I don't think I've ever lost someone in a judgeless match before. I've just been that lucky, so I'm not sure if the game has permadeath.
So what? Does the judge just like make everything like a sport practically?
It's sort of. The judges are some serious magic, and basically, if your clan gets a judge, you get protected from dying at the end of missions, but you have to follow the judge's law. Except in Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, if you break the law, red card, you get sent to prison, and you actually have to spend money to bail them out. In A2. Oh, you lose some perks, and it's still like you can't revive people, and within the match. So there's incentives to following the law, but it's not like cruel and heartless like Advanced.
How far did you get in advance before you inevitably didn't go to the final boss?
I played A2 first, so I started playing advanced later. And I wish I didn't because
now because you keep thinking, man, A2 did this better or something.
Yeah, well, not only that, because I'm fine with, hey, this isn't as good. It's that the menus and how everything is executed is so archaic compared to A2, especially since A2 has 2 screens, so the menus are super easy. There's a lot of things where if you you want to teach your people specific abilities, as long as you do the match, everyone gets ability points. But in advance, you have to have fought.
Oh, by the way, these guys have motorcycles now.
Yeah, I was about to say you kill the cool motorcycle guy very quickly. You have to have fought in the match to get any ability points, which means if you get a really weak guy who has nothing, you have to put him out in 2 fights instead of just make him get stuff in the background.
Well, I mean, that's why just like Luminous Arc with their, I really don't know if it was a glitch or anything, but the way to easily beat the game, which should have gotten you through the game faster, because I told you how to do it. Remember?
Did you even know me back then? This was a very long time.
Luminous Arc, dude.
Luminous Arc 2?
No, the first one.
Oh, I don't remember that. I just remember when I got Final Fantasy Tactics A2 from my friend, I also got Luminous Arc 2, so I tried both. It's just that Final Fantasy Tactics A2 is what really captured my interest. So I played both. I stopped at the forest in Luminous Arc 2 and just played more. No, I didn't beat it because I didn't beat it until probably a year or 2 later, a good while later.
Wait, so you beat Luminous Arc 2?
No, I beat Final Fantasy Tactics A2. Yeah, but not when I first got it. I played them both, but I just got much further in A2 than Luminous Arc 2. So I guess that one just captured my eye more. I'm not sure if he also had Disgaea, because I feel like I played a bunch of those things at the same time, and that's just the one I liked.
So I did get you to play this guy.
Yeah, I definitely did play this guy DS for a
But then you stopped and you were like, yeah, I'll continue eventually, and you just keep doing that to me.
Yeah.
If just I'd say abusive relationship, but I kind of don't want to use that word here.
Yeah, especially since, well, no, I don't want to use that word either for my relationship, because it's memey, but you shouldn't repeat it too often.
Okay, guys, can you stop? I can't shoot you because of how the slug is. Darn it!
There's how did they dodge the tank by just going metal gear on you? Just pull back the curtain.
Yeah, well, whoa, that guy was just like right next to me. Yeah, wow, that plan worked. You know, that plan should have been used for going the opposite direction.
What are in these prison cells?
Danger.
Oh, that makes sense.
Wow, thanks, bro.
That wasn't a card though, that was just an actual fish.
Yeah, but it says we got a card fish. Final boss time.
Oh. Nuclear reactor.
Yes, well, when we're dying, it will still be alive.
I like how, that's a good point, I like how you find out things eventually, I mean, I've already said this, but yeah.
Those things there, the floating things, by the way, that will always give you a machine gun thing, but they will disappear really quickly. Those things that move around, just like, they remind me so much of the Pringer X's from the secret boss fight in Trinity Power with Hero 1. Man, that was a hard boss fight, and yet I somehow got so good at the game that I could do it on the one-hit kill mode. I was so good at that game. And that was before, I never got good enough for HGDQ, because those guys understand, like, technical patterns in the game itself to like, manipulate platforms and everything. Like, okay, I guess I wasn't that good. But without that knowledge, I was, like, super good. Just to the point where I decided as a challenge, okay, let me go throughout the game again, but I'll use the one-hit kill mode for everything this time. I was like, and despite that being like really hard, it was just like an actual honest challenge that I was getting really hyped about. Oh man, somehow the game was structured in such a way that even with that huge difficulty and dying over and over, checkpoints are spaced enough the enemy. The thing is about enemies in that game is that if you approach them the same way, they will always act the same way. Enemies have patterns of how they attack. Each enemy does that. And so you could learn to manipulate it just by manipulating how close you are to the enemy. You know it's going to do that attack or anything like that. To the point where after playing through those stages multiple times, I eventually learned how to manipulate different enemies to do what I wanted in different stages. To the point where I could get enemies to kill themselves and everything like that. And it was, man, what a ride. What a ride. I think that game, if anything, might have destroyed my PSP's square button, but that thing was holding on. I do not remember what happened to my PSP, actually. Oh, wait, I do. Basically, the charger port, was it melted or oxidized or something?
So why didn't you charge it with the USB?
I think that didn't work for some reason. But that whole oxidizing thing happened until it was sparking whenever I tried to charge it. So that was dangerous. But I forget where it is. I think I gave it to somebody to fix and they actually made it worse.
Oh dear.
Just I did not think that ducking would have worked, but man, just pro strats. I think this was my second attempt. Actually.
Yeah, because there's a part where you must have known that was about to happen.
Yeah. And there it is, the final boss. You see, because that was easier than the plane.
Yeah, it was. The plane was the second to final boss, right?
Yes. And now we will reward the one clone.
She doesn't look happy at all.
No, she's standing at attention for an award.
Yeah, but I mean,
no, you have to stand. What, you gotta stand there with a huge grin at the.
Yeah, you saved the world. It's smart.
It's an army, dude.
That's true. She killed countless people. She probably feels depressed.
The depression will set in 3 days later after the drinking.
I mean, if this is Metal Slug Advance, this is their 6th adventure. But
it's not the same person. Remember, Metal Slug have different protagonists flipping through some of the games.
Oh.
This is the first. This is her first thing.
Oh, I thought they were just the same protagonists in each game.
No. But
so sometimes people return. Sometimes
they don't.
Okay.
I think this is Tyra's first.
Because I know, like I said, if the first 5 go up to Metal Slug X, and the DS one is Metal Slug 7, this has to be the 6th one, unless I'm forgetting something.
Maybe. Well, there's Metal Slug first and second mission for the
if those count to the main numbered system. I mean the advanced thing.
You see,
told you.
Well, no, now she's done. Now the awards are now the thing is over.
So that means all the killing really didn't affect her.
As I said, it will affect her 3 days from now. After partying and drinking, she'll have an "oh God, what have I done" moment.
And then someone you saved the world, and she's like, "Oh yeah."
At what cost?
Thanks, Den.
Who has to pick up all those hats afterwards?
They each have to pick up their own hat.
That seems because I see that in graduation, they're nobody's going to. You're not all going to catch those hats, so you're going to pick them up. They're going to land in the dirt.
Well, I'm assuming new graduates aren't standing in the dirt.
Well, I don't think Metal Slug Advance has a direct sequel, so maybe there is peace forever.
I mean, it just reminds me of an episode of Relator Media where they watched a movie where after the climax of the movie is the main characters murdering everybody for 20 minutes, and then the last shot of the movie is only through the elimination of violence can we achieve world peace. It's so dumb.
Oh Lord.